Are you good? Okay. So I previously worked in tech, and I now work at an early stage startup. So when I joined the startup, I was hire maybe number 8 or 9, somewhere in there. We're up to about 30. And so it's been really unique to see the dynamic of like what it's like to hire for a big tech company and an early stage startup. A lot of similarities, but plenty of differences, probably more differences than there are the same. And so this question actually piggybacks off his a little bit in terms of like, okay, you think about mission, you think about tech, like how are you enticing these candidates? And early on, the biggest difference from working in big tech was I will try to give these candidates the white glove treatment as much as I can. We have all the resources in the world, have all the time in the world, but at a startup, it tends to be, or has been for us, more mission minded. If you kind of aren't on board with our product and our mission, then we kind of don't want you on our team. And we're kind of upfront about that. We don't want to water it down. It's like, hey, we're passionate about what we're doing. We're working 50 plus hours a week. This is not a passive mission. And so we kind of want to vet out the people who are watered down. So where I kind of get conflicted, where I find myself finding like, okay, how am I treating these candidates through the process? Which, again, my background is big tech. Let me give them the white glove. Versus startup is like, no, I need to know that you want to be in here. I'm not going to white glove treatment you. But as you said, we're in purgatory right now. And it's like, okay, the environment's a little bit different. So I've found in myself like, okay, I've shifted towards like, I need these candidates to come to me. I give them material up front. I want them to do the homework and the research. And I'm here for questions, but I'm not going to hold their hand through the process. I need to know that they're capable. But I found myself like, okay, let me hold their hand a little bit more because the market is
so you're nailing it. Okay. That's actually the truth. You don't have Google behind your name, so it's that's not your email address, or I'm never going to call it the M word. I'm going to call it Facebook. You don't have these known quantities when you are a startup starting to hire. And so that actually makes it even harder. So it's like you actually need to step in earlier, and the white glove treatment has to actually be in there as well. But you have to be there from day one. You are taking them through this process. You are holding their hands through this process. You are making sure that their values align with this whole entire thing. But it's a completely different approach to then saying, like, I work at Salesforce and here are all the things that you're going to get to do. The difference with the startup thing is you talk about what is your impact going to be. You're going to get to touch things that you would never get to touch at any other organization. Like it's all about kind of like pointing to those things as opposed to just like, and this is the whole thing. It cannot be like a product thing. It has to be like, how am I going to grow at this company? Like what am I going to do from, again, an impact perspective at this organization? And it should, the purgatory piece is where we still have to cater to them. It has to be about them. What do they get? And it's the employee value proposition, like what's in it for me, right?
And I would also say to be incredibly diligent and specific and have intention behind like when you do have that unique white glove experience for a candidate. And because it is a candidate driven market, candidate experience does win at the end of the day. When a candidate will have 5 offers, where do they have the most enjoyable time? Candidate experience. Those recruiters, you can manage that. No matter if there's a process around it internally, you can still create a great candidate experience on your own. So find that time to, instead of working 50 hours a week, find the time to do a 10-minute prep call for a pipeline of your candidates, a pipeline of SEs about to enter first round, do a 10-minute prep call and give them materials up front or something of that sort. At the times, we were very upfront with all of the technical assessments. So every single technical assessment overview you can find in the Times Open blog, and every candidate would just refer to that. That's their prep material. Axios, we don't have that, so we have prep calls. And so that's a little bit of how we go around it. But especially given the state of the market and where we're at today, candidate experience will definitely win at the end of